Hi, Casey. How are you?
Good. Hi, Pam. How are you?
Hi, thank you. You?
Good.
Good. Glad to see you again.
You too. Hi, Sarah.
คงเป็นภาพเดียวอ้อ
ค่ะ
หลวงพ่อส่งไปที่
Messenger
Messenger นะหลวงพ่อ
ค่ะ
ได้คงเป็นภาพเดียวที่ท่านจะขึ้น เคซี่
Hi.
I'm in Thailand now.
Ooh, wow, really?
Yes, I'm in Thailand.
So you're on a 14-day quarantine?
Yes.
You must love it.
Today the second day already.
Oh, you're going to get so much time to get work done,
Yes,
to meditate.
Yes, a lot of work.
Wonderful.
Yeah, waiting for Dr. Chanya. Oh, อีกภาพหนึ่ง ท่านบอกว่าช่วงสรุปนะภาพที่2คือช่วงสรุป
เราภาพแรกเหรอคะ
แรกนี่คงจะอธิบายต่อไป
ได้ค่ะ
ภาพที่2
เดี๋ยวเอาขึ้นตอนท่านเริ่มเลยนะคะ
จ้า
Hi, Kong.
Hi, good morning, good evening.
Hi.
Morning กอง
Hi.
Hi,
We just
Kong. I
moved-
already said you co-host. I know
Oh,
you
thank
already see it.
Thank you. Sarah, you're showing a Riti. I just Riti.
Yeah, because I have to use his account. Yeah, and then he logged in because I think it's because it's different IP address, so they let you get in. Because normally it would then like just like that.
It's okay. We're all Ajahn Riti.
I think so too.
Kong,
Yes.
you have to wake at least. You have to wake a little up too today.
Yeah. No, I
Dr.
think we moved to our new place already. We moved out from the apartment, so we just moved into our house over here.
This
This is just
It's
this
a new
week.
place now.
Yeah.
This is a new place.
Very busy.
Oh,
Yeah.
very busy.
Unpack the 500 box.
How does she like it?
Yeah, we like it. So we managed to find a very old house. But you know, old house, they have more space. So
Okay.
and it's nearby to a park. It's very nice. So we just walk around yesterday. Yeah.
Oh,
Alice, hi.
Alice.
Unmute. You haven't unmute. Unmute. Alice, can you unmute?
Hi, good morning, Cassie.
How are you
Good
doing?
morning.
Good morning, Bipan and Ajan.
Morning.
I'm good, but just that too busy to sort out the 500 boxes.
Never end.
548, right?
Ajan is right.
Never end.
That is a suffering. I remember the Christmas tree. Really, the Christmas tree is still with me. I also got a Christmas tree.
Let's find us back to the one another topic.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ajan, are you in quarantine?
Yes. Now the
How is
second day is already.
second day? So 1 day 3 meal or 1 day 2 meal?
Yeah. They put a lot of rice. I tell them that I I tell them already.
Oh, I see.
Usually
Are you
I
in-
don't
In Bangkok, Ajan? You still
Yeah,
in Bangkok?
close by the airport.
Oh,
Close by the airport in Samut Prakan.
Samut Prakan. Okay.
Samut Prakan province. Yeah. Dr. Chanya not in yet.
Dr. Chanya not here.
Today's topic is on Noble Eightfold Path.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, the big topic.
It's a big topic, and
Yeah.
then
Dr.
actually
Chanya.
before the
Chanya.
topic, that we really have to understand the eight Eightfold Path.
Yeah,
Ajahn, before the topic, I already got a lot of questions.
you got a lot of questions already. Okay.
Good.
Today,
That's
just you and
good.
Dr. Chanya. Today, you deal with everything, okay?
Yes,
You and
yes.
Dr. Chanya. Uh-huh. I didn't
Dr.
sleep that
Chanya,
night.
Dr. Chanya is Dhamma in the van, I remember. So how we really learn the Dhamma from Dr. Chanya.
Dhamma in the van. Okay. Oh.
Casey,
Triple A.
Yes.
I saw the email between you and Robert. Actually, I have a lot. I want to ask more. I want to communicate, but
Hello, guys.
the thing is, I'm too busy that to write.
That's okay.
Oh.
Well, it's interesting because there is a discussion after the.
อ๋อเดี๋ยวนะพาสโค้ดใช่ไหม4816640ไอดีนะครับไอดี290 7860 เรา
ต่อไปผ่านโค้ด
481
เดียวเรื่องกันไม่ไปแล้วเราไม่เกลือเดี๋ยวไม่เดี๋ยวขอไม่ให้ดีขอไม่ครับ
290 019 7860
ต่อไปพาสโค้ดแหละครับทีนี้
481 6640 ครับ โอเคไหม
ครับเห็นแล้วใช่ไหมเห็นแล้วพอ
นั่นดียังไม่เห็นอะไรอาจารย์
เปิดกล้องมันก็จะไม่เปิดไป
Sarah, you will record, when the talk start, you will start recording also.
You can record too, but I have Ajahn Bunyagon recorded from
Okay.
the main one, yeah, and it's gonna go live this time. Also, he took care of that. So
Okay.
would you like to record it just in case? Kong?
Yeah, I can record.
All right.
Okay, now this is the time Ajahn Dr. Chanya log in already, and the first one is back to the triple gem. Where is back to the triple gem? Arahang Samma Sambuddho Bhagava Buddhaṃ Bhagavantaṃ Abhivade Savakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Saṅgho Saṅghang Namami Andamayang Buddhassa Bhagavato Buddhapa Namakarang Karoma Se นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะ Before the Dr. Chanya give a talk today, and I would like to invite the Dr. Tanat Plavitet Ratanaporn to thank you and invite for everyone. Okay, Dr. Tanat. Nimon kap.
Okay, respect most venerable Ajahn Dr. Chanya and Tan Chakunrit and some other participants from around the world. Good morning to our Dhamma friend from Singapore, Kong and Elise, and also Ajahn Rit now is in Thailand. And good evening for the participants from the West Coast. Today we are lucky to have the great speaker. I remember 10 years ago, Ajahn, or almost 20 years ago, when Ajahn landing to the U.S. first time, and then he came to Wat Thai DC. So at those time, I asked him to explain the great sutta, one of the important sutta in Buddhism, that is the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta, but in Thai language. And also I published into the paper, and then distribute to all the people around here, and still used nowadays. You explain about the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. So today the topic about the Noble Eightfold Path, the path leading to the Nirvana or Nibbana, or the extinction of suffering. But I think you can relate it to all the main teaching, that the Four Noble Truths, and also the kilesa, or the mental defilements, both sides, the extreme left and extreme right, before you explain the middle way, or the middle path, so the Noble Eightfold Path. So today the very important sutta, or the very important topics that we invite Ajahn Dr. Chanya to explain the meaning of the Dhamma and the path that will lead everyone, not only for Buddhists, but for non-Buddhists, for humankind to reach the final goal, that is the extinction of the suffering, or the extinction of problem in your life. So please welcome Ajahn Dr. Chanya today. Please give a talk.
Good evening, friends in Dhamma, all respected venerable from the Thais, the Council of Thai Bhikhuss Sangha in U.S.A, Upasaka, Upasika, the devotee people who come to attend discussion on the topic of the Noble Eightfold Path today. When we talk about the Noble Eightfold Path, first of all, we choose understand about the Eightfold Path. Eightfold Path, that means the eight in one. It's not one by one. The eight factors, one path with the eight factors. It is not the path that we walk step by step from the first step to the last step. As we have known at first, the noble mean Ariya from the Pali language. Ariya. Ariya mean okay. The nobleness phone path at shown on that place. Oh, good. That's good. The noble eightfold path. When we talk about the noble derived from Pali language that Ariya. Ari mean enemy. Ya mean go very far. To go very far from enemy. It is called Ariya. The Noble Eightfold Path. The path for liberation of enemy. Or the path that we go to be far from enemy. What is the great enemy of people? Great enemy of people can be called defilement. It is the collective word, defilement. So we walk on the Noble Eightfold Path, the Eightfold Path, to be far from the defilement or defilement. This is the first concept of the Four Noble Truths, the Noble Eightfold Path by word. When we study by word, it should be the key to have clear comprehension, clear understanding. Let us start a right view, or some translate it as right understanding. So I use the right view translated by most respected Venerable Bodhi, because he knows very well both Pali language and English. So as I study long time, we use a right view and right understanding. Another view this great is derived from Titi, from the Pali language Titi, from Te Pitaka Titi, the view and the Titi. And understanding, sometimes it also used how to understand. And for the view, that means how can you hold what you hold. And in Buddhism, the right view, the Buddha specific on the view or to understand the Four Noble Truths. Or the Four Noble Truths can be concluded into suffering and no suffering. Or if we follow on the Four Noble Truths, suffering, the cause of suffering, cessation of suffering, and the Eightfold Path to end of suffering or to be liberated from suffering. Anyway, but every time when we heard about right view, according to the Buddha's teaching, we would mean this way. That means we have understand or right understand on what is suffering, what is the cause of suffering, what is the cessation of suffering, and what's the path to end of suffering. When we talk about right view or samadhi, samma did right. View, that means to see clearly about that, a view, to see clearly or understand clearly. So it's very wonderful that when the Buddha showed the Noble Eightfold Path, he tried to specific point us about suffering and no suffering. That means the heart Buddha's teaching, suffering or no suffering, as the central core of Buddhism. Why? Because suffering and no suffering are the universal feeling that everybody can experience, can be realized by everyone. Suffering can be realized by everyone. What suffering? Sometimes that's very difficult to be patient, very trouble or something. It as same as when you walk so many hours, you feel very difficult to walk. Like in the former time, when I walk to Dong, I supposed to walk about 30 kilometers a day, but just 25 kilometers, very difficult to walk again. So it is suffering, difficult to patient. I cannot patient again. So that's the suffering. Sometimes is pain and something. This is suffering. And then what's the cause of suffering and the cessation of suffering and the path to end of suffering. And even the concept of suffering and no suffering. Like we walk very far, we feel suffering. And then after we sit under the tree for a while, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, we feel no suffering. We can touch. Right now, every morning, I try to walk about 10,000 steps, something like that, or 10K steps. And when we walk far, about 3 or 4 miles, we feel difficult to patient. It gets suffering. Then I decide to sit and meditate, breathe in, breathe out, about 30 times. Suffering's over, and start walking again. So the Buddha said that just suffering and no suffering, coming and going, coming and going. Just suffering arising, just suffering existing, just suffering expiring, 3 times. Nothing more than that. That's it, the true statement taught by the Buddha. So when we start right understanding by right view, understanding of suffering and no suffering, at a certain point that we try and study and work and we do so many things in our life to get rid of or to overcome or to not allow suffering to arise. This is the first or the right view that the Buddha lets us to focus on that. And the Noble Eightfold Path is also called middle way, because It is not extremist to positive. Positive, that means pleasure, attachment of pleasure, indulgence of pleasure, and addiction of pleasure, or negative, or torment, or self-modification. But a noble eightfold path means practice on the body and mind here and now. It don't deal about the negative or positive, or the attachment of that feeling good or feeling bad, but know on things as they really are. Know the whole thing, know the on thing as they really are. So it's become the middle way. It's not the middle way. It's not between bad and good, but it beyond bad and good. It's not between that, or when you drink alcohol, middle way, that means half of burden in half. It's not like that. But you avoid of drinking that at all. Because we use the word the right way. And how you can measure it's right or wrong? When you walk on the right way, it's not suffering. When you walk on the wrong way, it makes you suffer. This is the concept of righteousness or concept of false. It's opposite. So we use on no suffering. If we walk on the right way, we go to non-suffering. And if we go or walk on the wrong way, it suffer. For example, like when you are thinking to some person with anger, that means the wrong way. Why? You feel suffer. And if you thought of another person with compassionate love or loving kindness, you feel good. This is no suffer. This is the right way. So we can suppose to be the Buddha teach us to avoid from defilement. Why? Because it's the wrong way. Why wrong way? Defilement make us feel suffer. And why the Buddha taught the Dhamma way? We can divide to be the Dhamma way, the right way, because Dhamma is righteousness. Because it leads us to no suffering. So the Noble Eightfold Path is a way for liberation from suffering, or is a way to be saved from attacking by suffering, or from being attacked or interrupted by suffering. So after we understand right understanding on the concept or specific on suffering and no suffering, that if we have more theory, it never exists to the real thing. It depends upon like the mental knowledge. But on the mindful development, we need understand by experience what you feel. It doesn't depend upon the reason. It depend upon does not depend upon about the logic, but it's the real here now. What you feel, suffer or no suffer, empty or no empty, empty or messy, it is as it is. This is how to walk on the Noble Eightfold Path. So right understand what it really is. Suffer or no suffer, You are not taught by me or even by the Buddha that you follow, but you must see by yourself here and now what you feel, and then know everything as it really is, or true experience, not by faith, not by belief, but you know truly about that thing. This is a right understanding. As Ajahn Chah said, you can see chicken as a chicken. You can see duck as a duck. Understand? You don't think, oh, the chicken should be duck. This is wrong understanding. Duck is duck, chick is chick. Hand in hand. Smiling is smiling. See on things as they really are. This is right understanding, including suffering or no suffering. Why the Buddha point to suffering or no suffering? Because you can experience suffering and no suffering by yourself, even every day. Nobody can be suffering or no suffering instead you. You should experience by yourself. This is right understanding. And then the second, right intention, or right aspiration, or right thought. Because I don't know what's it the real word, real meaning. Because when I was young, I loved to repeat and reciting about the word right aspiration or right thought or right intention. That means samma sankappa. Sankappa in the teacher college that translates as concept. That means you know on thing. But for right intention, that it is explained. This is explained that to be free from attachment of sensual pleasure, free from attachment, samma sankappa, free from attachment or indulgence from sensual pleasure. And then free from non-violence. And then to be renounced on things that attachment. That means samma sankappa, kama vitok, payabad vitok, vihingsa vitok. That means free from sensual pleasure, kama vitok. Vitaka, that means indulgence and repeat thinking from time to time about what you like, sensual pleasure, what you like. And then the second payabad vitok, that means you try to indulgence about the aversion and anger and about this way to destruction to other people. You think other people to be devastation or to die. You think other people to lose gain, to lose honor, and to lose knowledge, to lose property. And then for samma sankappa, that means our thinking that's it, free from the feeling of that, free from the feeling of indulgence in sensual pleasure, free from aversion or destruction, and free from injury or non-violence. Kama vitaka, payapata vitaka, and vihingsa vitaka. Non-violence, that's very popular word. Non-violence. Ahimsa. ahimsa vitok in Pali language. Ahimsa, non-violence. Vitaka, that means you indulgent, you deal with, you repeat about that, or you hold about that view. But we free from violence, and we walk on non-violence. That means right intention. You can have intention, but you can have right intention on this way. And why? If you have wrong intention, you feel suffer suddenly or immediately. When you feel anger, you feel to destroy another life, another property, another gain, another family, another country, another power. You feel suffer. You can feel suffer. It become wrong intention. And good if you have good intention to spread your loving kindness to other people, may you all be happy. May you all be free from COVID-19. May you all be free from devastation every time. That's mean right intention. And right intention make you feel no suffering. This is you are walking on the Noble Eightfold path to get rid of suffering. And it leads by right will to take care or to overview is right or wrong, suffer or not suffer. And then let's come to see about right speech. The third one, right speech. When we talk about right speech, it means communication. We come to talk about how to communicate. In Buddhist scripture or in the Buddhist scripture or Te Pitaka, the Buddha taught us to be free from false speech, free from telling a lie, free from abusive speech. That means your word to abuse another people. Or free from destructive speech. Free from destructive speech. Free from the dirty word. Free from telling a lie. Free from destructive speech. Free from abusive speech. And why? You see, if you want to tell a lie, look within your mind. Look within your mind what you feel. I can remember when I was young, and someday I did not go to school. I go to swim in the river. And when the time come about 3 o'clock, I came home. When my mom, where are you going? I was going to school. But I feel guilty because I was telling a lie. My mom. So telling lie make you suffer too. Even another issue you can apply. Why the Buddha taught to be free from telling a lie? Because before telling a lie, you feel suffer. When you are going to tell a lie, you are suffering. And when after you finish telling a lie, then you will still suffer because of that telling a lie. So you'll be free from that. And when you abuse, you talk to abuse other people or destroy another people, destroy the honor, you will never feel good. You can see sometimes they have more argument in the parliament, especially English parliament. You see on Wednesday, you can see online parliament meeting from England. They try to talk like abuse and destroy each other. More than 17 years before I came to be invited by Ajahn Rit to visit Atamayata, I was in England. I love viewing about the parliament meeting. One day, Prime Minister sit opposite the opposite leader. And opposite leader said, the Prime Minister duty, there's a two Prime Minister duty. First is promise. Second is destroy promise. Do nothing. An example, abuse, destroy another people. You can study the word like this, even in debate, when Joe Biden proposed some program, our president said, and why you didn't do when you were vice president for 8 years? That's a destructive or abusive each other. That's the last debate. The last debate, the moderator is the winner. So why? Because on this word make people suffer before speech and speaking and spoken. Before speaking, you feel suffer. When you are speaking, you feel suffer. And after you have spoken, you feel suffer. So, should be free from the false speech, divisive speech, and abusive speech, and the dirty speech. So, in addition, the Buddha taught about the three words. The first, the dirty word. Should avoid absolutely for dirty word. And then there's a two word to be spoken, two kinds of word to be spoken. First is the flowers word. When you are speaking, when you are talking, your face look like a flower. You see about your lip, it like the pattern of the flower. When you are smiling and speaking, that means you are speaking in the flower way. You use the flower word. And sometimes you speak sweetly. The Buddha call honey word. So you can see in America, most of us practice honey word. Honey do this, honey do that. Honey go to market, honey buying that, honey buy those. That means honey. You are going to practice Dhamma in daily life. So this is the speech that the Buddha asked us to free from telling a lie, to divisive and useless word or idle word that has no useful at all. We should avoid. And what should be spoken? What word should be spoken? When you speak, you should think, is it the proper time? Is it true? And then, do you have some reference? It's true, and you have the witness or some reference. It's sweet word, and then when you speak, your speech make people happy or unhappy. It's very important. So when you refrain from the bad word, you should speak good word or proper word that make the receiver or the listener feel good or happy. Like when the Buddha taught, he always used the proper word to proper person. And then after the day he or she listened to Buddha's teaching, and they or she or he gain more than happiness. That means gain enlightenment or change the mind from cruel to be kindness. This is the proper word or right speech that make yourself and another people feel no suffering. And then let's come to right action. Right action, the Buddha asked us on the Noble Eightfold Path. That means we refrain from killing or harming another being, and refrain from stealing the other's property, and then refrain from mid-sexual conduct with the other beloved, or those who advance in practice or in holy life have some celebration day and night, like observe Atta Sila or Uposatha Sila. Can observe about that. So this is the right action, free from killing, free from stealing or robbery, and free from mixed sexual in the conduct. And then you see three action make you suffer before doing, when you are going to do, and after you have done. On this action make you suffer. This is the wrong way. So the Buddha said that please free from the wrong way, walk on the right way. And when you walk on the right way, what to do? First, take care of another person. Show loving kindness by body, by speech to other people. This is change action from bad action to good action. For example, when I was invited to give Dhamma talk on the Noble Eightfold Path today, I feel good. I feel delighted so many days to prepare when I walk, when I gardening, when I watering. I thought about the Noble Eightfold Path. Feel happy. So when we change from killing, from harming, to be kind action, speech, to be kind action, and when we change about the field of greed, that lead us to steal another property, change this way to be generosity. Change from the greed mind to be generous by donating or by helping another people, by distributing food or something like that. It is as in Thailand, when the COVID-19 start on March, April, May, June, July, there's so many places to distribute food, water, and medicine. When you go to any place of the village and some place even in the market in the city, you can go to take milk or food or dry noodle to eat. This is how to show generosity by action. This is what you feel good, feel happy, feel no suffering. When you have done like that, then about mid-sexual conduct, I have no experience. But when I read about novel or the story, there's a more conflict about love. You can see movie, they fight again to own the beloved one. Sometimes you kill another person to have another one to be belonging to you, something like that. So feel suffer before doing that action, before mid sexual conduct, feel also suffer. So it is not very difficult to understand the noble eightfold path, because every path let you be free from suffering. What you feel suffering, your mind suffering. And when you feel suffering, please free from that action. This is the right action. And next, right livelihood. I can say all living or on profession, on jobs, on works you do, that never harm yourself and other people. Never harm at all. Like you are teacher, you will never harm other people. Like you make the progressive to other people, that's good livelihood. Or you be the safeguard, or you be guard to take care people from danger. Or you the driver of bus, driver of truck. You never harm other people, never kill other people. But the Buddha try us avoid like a drug dealer, drug dealer, alcohol dealer, or even slave dealer, like that. We must be free from human trade, human trade or slave in the former time. But now that's not available. But sometimes it is in the hidden way of selling human being. But it's not like us selling slave in the previous time. So the Buddha asked us to free from the dangerous or trade or commerce about that impact or make other people suffer and make us suffer too. Like a drug dealer, like selling drug or alcohol or human being or weapon. We should be free from that. And on the other hand, you teacher, police, owner of restaurant, that free from suffering. And then the next right effort, come to right effort. The Buddha point about 4 ways of right effort. The first effort is to be careful, not allow the unwholesome to arise in your mind. Be careful. What is unwholesome? Greed, anger, and delusion. This is unwholesome. Be careful. Not allow unwholesome to arise to your mind. If sometimes it's calm, you just say welcome and bye-bye. And bye-bye. Don't welcome long time. And the second of effort at the Buddha mentioned to get rid of unwholesome that had a reason. Unwholesome, that means greed, anger, or delusion. That stay in your mind. Try to get it off of that unwholesome. And the third one, to cultivate wholesome, cultivate generosity by donating, by giving, which is opposite of greed, or replace greed by generosity, and cultivate loving kindness to replace anger, and try to cultivate wisdom to replace delusion, because delusion, misunderstanding, know nothing, no thing, not clearly, but instead of delusion, by know everything clearly, or cultivate wisdom instead of delusion. And then the last one of right effort is to maintain, to preserve, or take care, or allow all wholesome generosity, and then loving kindness or wisdom to grow from time to time. This is the right effort. And if you are with wholesome, you are free from suffering also. And then come to right mindfulness now. Right effort and right mindfulness. Right mindfulness is mentioned on the four foundation of mindfulness. Our first is mindfulness contemplation of your body. And this second, mindful contemplation on your feeling. And the third, mindful contemplation or investigation and knowing the thought. And the last one, contemplation, mindful contemplation on mind object. They have about the four things to be mindful. I think four things to be mindful cover on activity of body and mind. Then how can you contemplate or investigate or know or watch any word? I think at my experience, you can contemplate, investigate, know or watch your body. When we watch our body, sometimes it's very difficult to watch some parts of the body, like the air you breathe in and breathe out. Sometimes difficult to watch, difficult to investigate, difficult to see, difficult to know, difficult to contemplate. And then what is impact by the air? Like what you feel, movement of your belly, rising, falling, rising, falling. This is how to watch it. Investigate. It's supposed to be the body too. Or even sometimes what you feel around your body. They call kaya kata sati, going on your body. Kata, that means going. Kaya kata sati, let your mindfulness going around your body, what you feel. No limitation. You feel what you feel on your head, okay, go to head. What you feel on your face, go to face. What you feel when you breathe in and breathe out, feel of it, knowing it. When you breathe in long, okay, know it. When you breathe out long, okay, know it. When you breathe short, in out, okay, you know it. Investigate it. And when your mind knowing that, there's no space of defilement to come. You are no suffering. Because when you think one thing, another thing cannot come. It's like when you are drinking coffee, you cannot put chocolate. After you finish coffee, okay, the second is chocolate. One by one. It has as same as your mind. When you concentrate on breathing in and breathing out, or think one item, and then it does not allow the defilement come to interfere. You will be safe from the danger. This is mindfulness of body, and the mindfulness of body can practice toward the movement. On movement, you go and find movement of any parts of your body. And when you move, you can see. When you are cooking, you move, you can see. When you are walking, you can watch, you're walking. When you're eating, you can watch. When you're drinking, okay, you can watch. You can use the movement of the body. You can practice mindful contemplation on the body by using on movement. Then come to the feeling. You feel like or you feel dislike, feel good or bad, feel boring or delighted. So many kinds of feeling. Know it, know it. It arises, know it. Know it, accept it, investigate, let go. Know it, accept it, investigate, and let's go. You can use the word real. R, recognize. A, exception. In, investigation. L, let go. Railway station, let go. You have rail. This is how to develop, how to practice mindfulness or mindful contemplation on feeling. And then contemplation on thought. We watch what's thinking, what I'm thinking, what we are thinking in that moment, just watching. What thinking going on, just watching what you think every time. Watch it, know it, understand it, and let's go. Know it, understand it, and let go. Or sometimes say hi of it. Try to don't associate with it when it created. And then we know it is creating. We know it's thinking, and thinking arise and exists for a while and going out, or arising, existing, and passing away. This is the nature of thought. and how many million times you think it can conclude into 3 characters: arising, existing, and passing away. Just knowing, it's like you stand on your house and see on-thing movement, bird flying, or so many insects and so many things flying or moving, even plane coming and going. Or sometimes you stand on the side or on the street side and see so many cars coming and going. It is same as we want thought that arising, existing, and passing away. And the last time, mind and object, or the last mindful contemplation, mind and object, what you think is good or bad. And today, after you listen my Dhamma, you think, oh, after that, we go to practice mindful contemplation or feeling. Now, this is the wholesome coming. Or you think, oh, the lecture today make me feel very boring. This is an unwholesome coming and going. And coming and going too. So you feel like that, or you think after you listen mindful contemplation or the 4 foundation of mindfulness today, you plan to go to Wat Atamayata Monastery to practice meditation on Wednesday. That the wholesome come to you. So the last time, right concentration, that means you train your mind, you tame your mind to be strong or stable, or is it called in Pali language, samahito, very strong, very stable, we call samahito. And then parisutto, to be a purity, the main characteristic of concentration is purity, stable, or stillness. I heard so many American monks use stillness, right? Stillness, purity, and flexible. That is easy to use our mind to work or for all action. That is flexible. And then ready for working, kammaniyo. This is important characteristic of the meditated mind. Or we can develop until we access the 4 jhana, or free from nivarana, free from love, free from hatred, free from torpor, free from restlessness, or free from doubt, to be purity. This is right concentration. So give me again about the conclusion of the Noble Eightfold part can be concluded in Panya and Seen and Samadhi, and right view and right intention can be concluded in wisdom, and right speech, right action, right livelihood can be concluded in moral or moral discipline, or ethical conduct. And the last one, meditation, mean right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration includes into meditation. Or we can say the Noble Eightfold Path as Phramaha, or the extreme or excellent practice, or excellent practical way of life, because it leads us to liberation, to be free from honor bond, or free from all fetter of defilement. I think it's sufficient time for me to use more than 1 hour and 15 minutes. Welcome if you like to join and support the idea or have some question. Kong?
I will leave it to Alice to ask. I think she says she have some questions at the beginning before Dr. Chanya joined the talk.
Alice have more questions to me.
Alice have more questions. Before Dr. Chanya start to talk, Alice already have questions. So
Okay.
I will give the pleasure to Alice to ask you the question.
Okay.
Alice?
Hi, yes. Okay, I have 3 questions here. I think first question is about Ajahn, hiding. You see, hide from something that don't tell. Is fall under the right thought, intention, or right speech under that? This is you see, it's a wrong thing because it does say it's hiding. So it's fall under which?
What
right
is
intention
hiding?
or right speech?
What is hiding? The hidden or something?
Yes, hidden. That means you don't tell the truth.
Ask a simple question. I cannot follow. try to ask the simple question that I can translate.
Okay. Take as hiding. Is fall under with noble eightfold path. They have eight fall under this 8 section, right? So if let's say hiding, is
That
fall
means
under
8
the
factors.
speech or the intention?
8 factors. 8 factors to be one. The Noble Eightfold Path consists of 8 factors on that path. And you ask about right intention, right?
Hiding, is it under the intention or under the speech? Wrong speech or wrong intention?
If you have wrong intention leads you to wrong speech. That make you suffer. Intention come first. If you have wrong intention leads you to wrong speech.
Wrong speech. Okay. Clear.
It related. Or the second question?
Okay, second question is a gamer, programmer, like an engineer, they are doing gaming. You know, the gaming, right? They have a shooting game or whatever, but it's a game. Is this a right livelihood job?
Make you suffer or non-suffer. You can understand that, or you can use that standard for consideration. Make you suffer, make you more suffer or less suffer or no suffer, make you yourself stress or not stress. You consider on that way. Games lead children suffer or no suffer, leads them attachment or non-attachment, or lead them liberation or attachment or make them fatter with that game. Otherwise, it is wrong livelihood.
Because the
but
game.
you don't regard me as the judge to stop your job. Okay, go on working.
You see, because some
Don't use
game they
my
might
vote
lead.
to cancel about $10 million job.
Because
is wrong.
okay, wrong livelihood. Because sometimes the violent games can lead to some, some consequences that we can't see, but actually it's disrupt the mental and can lead to some even more violence. That's it.
Okay, based upon the consequence of suffering, that wrong. And
Okay.
the consequence of no suffering, right.
I see. Okay, the third question, Ajahn.
Determine it.
Okay, third question is, what is the right action for me as I just moved to a new place? There's a lot of ants. I can't kill because I don't know how to, to deal with it.
You kill what?
A lot of ants, right action to do for me because I moved to a new place, a lot of ants in the house.
Ants on the house, what to do?
Yes.
You kill?
That's why I don't know what to do. I cannot kill. So I cannot chase away. And how can I
have more experience here. In Wat Buddha Panya last summer, there's so many hundred ants come to my place, my chanting place. What to do? We put some honey nearby us to eat, for ants to eat, and some cookie. And then they go to this plate and eat cookie, and we chanting. This is my way. I have done very well. And after that, on holiday sometime, and gone. Absolutely. Very wonderful. Everybody saw in my temple. We never kill. And you use cookie to some place to feed them. And then sometime you see when you get up early morning, it's also sleep. So many times I try to feed them. They never drink, they never eat. It's about 10 o'clock, it's come and walk and marching and doing. Then good for us to feed them, to make them have party.
Okay. Okay.
Some have blue boy, some cookie, and try to watch it. What they like, give them. Because you are being friend with ant or bird on head and dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ajahn, we live right near a reservoir. So not just ants, there are birds, there are insects, there are, squirrels. Everything is actually
try to live together because they are living there before you coming.
So they are the earlier occupants.
Yeah, you must respect them.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Ajahn. Thank you.
Feed them, yeah.
Ajahn, I have a question. So I see that you have divided in 3 divisions in Noble Eightfold Path. So I'd like to know that should we be particularly pay attention or focus just in particular section within 3 sections? Or which one is more important, or they are equal? That's what I like to know.
We cannot say important. It is like engine in the car. Mm-hmm. When you lack 1 or 2, it cannot run. Mm-hmm. So it when you put 1, and sometimes it connect each other. is called Dhamma Samanki. That means the harmony and integrity of Dhamma. Even sometimes you have just a right view and everything come to you. Why you come to meditate? Because you have a right view that when you meditate, you feel no suffering. You come for meditation. You have right view. You don't kill any being because you think you feel bad when you're going to kill. Then you stop killing. It's come from right view. Okay, after you practice one, it connect each other. And when you meditate, you have right will to do that to end up suffering. And when you have right effort, then it can connect that to another factor too.
So it's kind of like chain of reaction.
For
and
example,
then
you
end
have
result.
right effort to cultivate, wholesome. Then
So
you never deliver bad speech because it is all wholesome. It's come
So there's no focus in particular one, I mean, in particular group, but just you have to practice all together. That's
together. Harmony.
All right. And that's the destination.
Unity of body and mind.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yom Nipan, how are you?
Fine, thank you.
Read Pitaka, how many sutta did you read? For 2 weeks, you did not see me.
Yeah, I have a question now.
Okay.
You are divided 3 divisions: wisdom, moral discipline, and meditation. And meditation, right effort, right mindfulness, right concentration. You said Eightfold path doesn't have to be go step by step, right? I got confused between.
Go together.
Yeah, go
Never
in series, right? In series, right will, right intention, right speech, right action, right livelihood, right effort, right mindfulness, and right concentration, right?
Right.
I have a question. Right mindfulness, right concentration. If we have mindful, so we have right, the mind, right concentration, right?
Go together.
So go together.
Yes.
So this means the path to Nibbana, right? Concentration is the path to Nibbana.
Noble Eightfold path, yeah. Nibbana.
So it means,
suffering, for deliverance from suffering, for liberation, from on bonded, on fatty, to destruct on fetter, something like that.
So concentration, we should have samadhi first, right? Concentrate the mind first, and then insight meditation, right?
When you start meditation, you never speak. So right speech is practice. When you meditate, you never kill. You never have sexual misconduct. You never steal. When you meditate, you can have all the Noble Eightfold path in one time.
Yeah, I understand that.
You can
I mean, concentration. I should have samadhi, or I have sati, or mindfulness. I have one object, is the breathing. So my mind should concentrate first, right? Before I...
Absolutely right.
And then insight meditation, vipassana, right?
Vipassana, know on thing arising, existing, and passing away. Breathing in and out. Breathing in, arising, existing, and passing away from time to time, and practice meditation and vipassana together.
So when we breathe in,
when you breathe in and you are knowing, it is samatha or meditation. And when it breathe out, okay, it's gone, it vipassana. You can see
together. Oh, thank you. I got confused long time ago. So now I got the answer now. So breathe in, rising, exiting, and then passing away.
Pass away.
Thank you so much.
One time and start again. Breathe.
And do it again and again.
Arising, existing, and passing away from breath to breath, from breath to breath to nibbana.
Yeah, and if my mind
at the time you are going on the Noble Eightfold path, even it's just a moment.
I see. Thank you very much.
It's indivisible.
I see. And if my mind go off, wander, I bring it back to
gone. You cannot bring it's gone and start.
It's gone.
Yeah.
I want to contemplate form.
Passing away. You cannot make it leave again. It's passing away.
I know, but it start all over again, right? It start all over again. Rising, exiting.
Because the previous no has gone, passing away, is die.
And then we start all over again.
And then start to give birth again. For breathing and breathing out. The new one and gone. And again.
And then we have 5 hindrances.
Yes.
So what should we do?
5 hindrances?
Yeah.
That you try to watch it. Or is coming, love coming, existing and going. You can say, last, hey last, passionate last, hello, how are you? Okay, you come for a while and pass away on your way. If a version come to you, to whom you feel anger, okay, my beloved anger, you are close friend. After you come, please go. In Thai, if you listen, Machi Sansani, you know,
yeah,
she said
I
when
know
you
her.
anger, cha and bye bye.
Oh,
Anger come to you.
that's good. You know?
Just mean welcome and bye bye.
Good. It's easy. It's easy.
Yeah. When you see anger, cha bye bye. When you treat the boring, cha bye bye. When you treat down, cha bye bye. When you
come back again,
loneliness, cha bye bye. It vipassana.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ajahn,
I have not. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thanks, Ajahn, just want to follow up the Noble Eightfold Path and the link to Paticca Samuppada. How do you see that link between these two? Because the link between the Noble Eightfold Path and Paticca Samuppada.
Right understanding. When ignorance comes, you know ignorance coming and existing and going. Avijja and sankhara, you know, when the sankhara coming, creation or condition, there's cha sankhara and bye bye. When the sankhara has gone, no attachment, and then paticca samuppada for suffering is end. Because you are knowing, you have samma ditthi, you have right understanding. When you have right understanding, the paticca samuppada for end of suffering coming to you. And when you ignore about the Samupada to make you suffer coming and stay with you. So why we practice meditation? Because we would like to increase the knowing to replace the ignorance. When you come to knowing, you have the paticca samuppada of end of suffering. And if you have ignorance, it leads to suffering. So we meditate, we practice serenity, tranquility, because we don't allow ignorance arise. So dealing with paticca samuppada. So you should go every Wednesday to Ajahn Riz to get rid of paticca samuppada for suffering. This is the noble eightfold path.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's a very close relationship, as you say.
Yeah,
arising, existing,
in real thing, no imagination.
Yeah, I have one more question, please. I have one more question. Feelings and emotion, Buddhist emotion, not just like, or maybe the same meaning. I got confused. Emotion and feelings. Please explain.
Emotion and feeling.
Yeah.
You see Vedana. You come to see Vedana. Vedana, or we translate to feeling. That means Sukha Vedana, feel happy. Tukha Vedana, feel suffering. And Atukkama Sukha Vedana, feel
mutual.
Not mutual. I try to translate exactly. Not happiness, no happiness, no suffering, not mutual. This is the feeling or vedana. For emotion, sometimes for emotion, sometimes you feel good, you feel bad, or something like that. And for one word, arom, if you use in Thai, arom doesn't mean emotion, arom. But emotion and feeling, you can use the same way. Feel good, feel bad, feel like, feel dislike, emotion. Yeah.
But the same meaning as feelings.
Same meaning, you feel what you feel. That's it, emotion. What you like, it is emotion. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
But it's different in Pali. Vedana, that means emotion. But arom in what you have seen, what you have heard, that means sound and form and something. We call arom. That means sometimes confused in Thai language only.
Yeah.
But in English, between feeling and emotion, that's the same. That means you feel good, right? You feel live, right? You feel happy to eat. You have emotion to eat, right? You don't have emotion to eat because you feel lonely. It is emotion or feeling the same. At least you have an excellent point. Okay.
I have a question. Thank you so much for that talk. My question is about metta, loving kindness. How does that show up in the Noble Eightfold Path?
Right intention. Right intention. Yeah. You change from anger, from injury, from violence to just loving kindness. One word enough to practice right intention. May all be happy. May all be healthy. May all be wealthy. May all be free from COVID-19. Right intention. Insert that. And right effort too. In right effort to cultivate the wholesome, that means loving kindness. And even right action too. When you don't harm other being, love other being, I think you can put on the Noble Eightfold path.
Ajahn, I need some more elaboration on the right consciousness.
Right consciousness on right mindfulness, or right
Yes.
consciousness by
The last,
yeah, or right concentration, the last one, right?
yes, the last
Right
one, the consciousness. Yes.
Concentration. Right concentration or right meditation. You mean the Noble Eightfold path?
Yes, the right consciousness is this consciousness is always linked to our six senses that I found it too difficult, to make sure we don't attach, because
and that you put, and that if you would like to be the right consciousness, that you put mindfulness on that. Mindfulness, put mindfulness on that, on eye, on ear, on nose, on tongue. Just put mindfulness as a watch, as a camera on that, to watch anything coming. It's like a safeguard, like a watchman, watchwoman, or safeguard person.
yes,
mindfulness.
I found this is the most difficult to practice, because you know why? Human, if born with senses, we have a happy, sad, and others. So the senses is always attached, and it's very difficult to separate, because if you see sadness, you will feel sad.
Because if God would never listen the Buddha's teaching, would go on that way. But when you come to see the Buddha's teaching, you change the way at revolutionary way. So I accept ordinary person who attach with sense, but if you realize attachment bring you suffering every time, you will cut it off one day. Because human being can know.
Okay. So the strategy is to cut off your feelings, the senses.
Can enlighten.
To cut the attachment of the senses. As you see, then you have to let go.
You will cut when you realize it is suffering, and you cut automatically. You must realize it, not remember, not memory, not imagine, but when you feel it make you suffer, you cut it. It is same as when you were young, you touch electric plug. If it shot you, that's it last time. you call atammayata. I don't do that again. Atammayata, you access atammayata.
Okay. Understand. Thank you, Ajahn.
Let it go. Atammayata, let it go. And as long as you never realize it is cause of suffering, you attach, you love it, you maintain it. And one day, if you see about the demerit, you will get rid of by yourself.
Thank you, Ajahn. Any more questions? I think we have gone past 1 hour and 30 minutes already, which is good. I think there's a lot of
good conversation.
Yes. Thank you, Ajahn. Yeah.
Funny in Dhamma.
Yeah. I also share, if you're interested, there is a talk 3 p.m. Singapore time from Ajahn Brahm, if any one of you wants to call in.
Or next
tonight, Seattle time. So 3 p.m. Singapore time should be...
I listen Ajahn Brahm after finish talking. I listen. I listen YouTube long time.
YouTube, yeah. So he is actually broadcasting live this evening, Seattle time. So I sent the brochure on the chat. So have a look. The topic is going beyond karma.
Send the link to me immediately. It is it.
Yep. It is in our chat group. You go to the chat, there is a poster.
Kang, we did not see the poster. We only see your message.
Is that right?
That message.
Yes, no poster.
Oh.
No, but you just click on it and it'll download and you'll see the poster.
Yeah, you download it.
And it's midnight Seattle time.
Oh, midnight.
Yes, 12 midnight.
I've been listening from YouTube.
Oh, is it live on YouTube? This is Nampet. I'm in Southern California. So is there a possibility of you emailing me with the link?
It's on the brochure that I sent. Is in the JPEG file. Or if you give me your email, I can email to you.
It's Thai pepper.
You can send me the link.
My email, my chat.
Okay,
chat.
all right. I'll do that. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. Now I will give it.
You put your email on the chat, then I can send you the.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, everyone.
For good information.
Okay.
Okay, before we leave today, thank you so much, Rajan. And then in the next week will be Casey. So Casey is going to be the subject of meditation. And if you have time, everyone have time, and just come and join us. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
To Kang.
Thank you, Ajahn.
Thank you for inviting me to make the grace merit together. Dhamma Savanamai and Dhamma Tesanamai. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all be free from suffering. May you all be peaceful. May you all be successful. What you wish on the walk of your life. Thank you, and thank you.
สาธุ
สาธุค่ะนมัสการสาธุค่ะสาธุค่ะนมัสการค่ะ
Sadhuka.
Back to the triple gem one more time.
Okay.
Samma Sambuddho Bhagavata Buddhang Bhagavanta
Devato Bhagavata Dhammang Namasami
Dhammang
Namasami Patipanno Bhagavato Sanghaṃ Namāmi.
Okay.
สาธุค่ะสาธุค่ะ
สาธุค่ะสาธุ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Nampet, is that right? Did I pronounce your name correctly? Can you send me your email address?
Yeah, I thought I got you on the chat, but maybe I didn't. So hold on.
I only have Dr. Chanya email.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm right now going on, and I'm sending you, and it say file or something on the chat. So where do I press to send it to you?
You just enter. You go to the chat box, type message here. Once you type,
I did that.
Okay, maybe if you don't mind, everyone should know your email. Just share your email.
Okay, Thai Pepper.
Or THAI
PEPPER 999 at gmail.com.
At gmail.com. Okay, so it's Thai Pepper 999 at gmail.com.
Thank you so much.
Kong, can you send to me too, Kong?
Yep, Pam, what is your email?
Ajan99 at gmail.com.
Oh, Ajan. Ajan.
99 at gmail.com.
Gmail.com.
Thank you.
Okay, everyone like Cao Cao,
What does it mean?
We have to change.
What does it mean?
That means stepping forward, progress.